Happy New Year YouTube. So it's a new year, we've got a new box to undo, some wonderful new gin in here. It's a bit delayed, I'm a little bit behind the trends, so please accept my apologies on that. I wasn't in for the delivery, it went to the depot, I didn't have time to go and get it. So it just sat there, unloved, and now I have it in my home, in my arms, and we're going to open it together. So this is Ginuary. Does that work? And we've got a brand spanking new gin. So I haven't seen it, I don't know which one it is. I really try and avoid any of it on social media so that I don't spoil the surprise, because I genuinely love the surprise. So we're going to open it, do it together, have a nice little tasty. It was nice to see some of you interacting on some of my one of my last video. Yeah, I think it was. I think one of you has signed up for the gin club, and I'd love to hear what you think of this new gin once I've opened it. I did ask for no spoilers, which you kindly agreed to. Well, you didn't agree it, but you didn't put any spoilers on, so thank you for doing that. And yeah, when we get into the next one, you can let me know what you think. Let me know the flavours that you thought it tasted like. And yeah, go from there. So, now actually it did say this way up. It's actually the other way up. So I'm hoping it's okay. Yeah, look, it was this way up and actually came in upside down. Not great. But that's a bit annoying. Naughty, naughty. So first of all, let's get out our lovely gin. Ooh, La Repubblica. Ooh, it's a really nice bottle. It's got a real vintage vibe. I don't know if you can see. Oh, yeah, there you go. You can see the patterning on the glass. Really beautiful. You know I love a good bottle. I'm a sucker for a bit of good marketing. It's got pictures on it. I'll show you, but I won't look myself. So there are pictures of the botanicals on there, but I'm gonna try and just have a little taster and see how we get on. This looks like a bit of a difficult one to open, so, oh no, there we go. Phew. I'm always thinking that one day I won't be able to open one on camera and it'll be terribly embarrassing and I won't know what to do. I'll have to refilm everything, and but thank goodness that hasn't happened yet, so fingers crossed it won't happen. So, ready? Oh, that sound. Ooh. It's a bit floral. Whoops. Gin on my nose. Got my little glass, my little non-melting ice cube in there, as usual. I'm gonna pour a little bit of that out to have a little tasties. It's got a, I don't know, like caramelly. It's quite sweet. It's quite interesting. I actually don't know where it's from. Distilled with fresh native botanicals at 3,500 metres above the sea. Bolivia. Bolivia? Is that a... There you go. I love these because the gin comes from all over, from places you'd never have thought of, and gins you'd never normally pick up. So that's exciting. We love something new. And let's see what else we've got in here. Looks like we've got a, ooh, passion fruit syrup. So last month we had Christmas in a bottle. I did actually put this in one of my gin cocktails. Really, really nice. I'm actually going to have a little sniff of this as well. So this is obviously just pure passion fruit, but I like that we're going with like a sweet theme with this. Oh my gosh, that smells amazing. That is pure passion fruit. It's so sweet and really amazing. That I'm going to enjoy. Recently got into the green bottle that used to do the elderflower cordial. The brand is Green Bottle, and they also do a raspberry and a rhubarb and ginger, I think it is. Now annoyingly I actually ordered the rhubarb, but the raspberry one turned up, and apparently there was a whole mix-up with my online order. I was with Sainsbury's. There's no hate on Sainsbury's, but there was a mix-up with my order and they wouldn't back down, so I ended up keeping that one. Fair enough. not my favourite flavour, but it's a really nice cordial. But if you want to make your own pink gin, that's a great way of doing it, because you just add some of the cordial in and mix it in, and it gives it that lovely raspberry flavour. So a little bit of a tip for you there. You don't want to buy the brand one, or you have a flavoured gin, not flavoured gin, but a gin that you really enjoy, you can add that in just to kind of add the that pink gin flavour. So we've got Willie's Cocoa Milk of the Gods, Venezuelan creamy milk chocolate, nutty coffee notes. That's pretty nice. Beautiful little box there. So some nice chocolate that we can treat ourselves with. And then these are going to be our mixers. So let's see what we've got. So we've got a 1724. Now I normally just instinctively think that's a date, because a lot of the time it is on bottles, but it's not. This actually says hand-picked quinine at 1,724 metres on the Inca Trail. Wow, that's pretty special. Really nice little bottle as well. I do like keeping the bottles, as you may have guessed, even for the tonic waters, because sometimes they come in really nice bottles, and they're lovely to put like flowers and decorations and stuff in, and just to have about really. So that's nice, I'm going to enjoy that. And that's just a classic tonic water. Let's see what else we've got. Try not to talk over the unwrapping, because as I told you on my previous video, I just use my phone and the audio is not very good and the quality is not very good. So yeah, bear with me. Maybe I'll get a new camera this year. And same again, another tonic water. I do like it when they mix it up a little bit, but can't have everything. But it again looks really nice, so I'm going to enjoy tasting that. I wonder what makes it so special. There must be some extra flavours or something in there maybe. So we've got our nice little magazine, Ginned, which is our lovely world of gin. Talks about the brands and the goodies that you get in your gin box, but also gives you ideas for cocktails and recipes, lots of stuff like that. So, and often vouchers to some of the brands. And yeah, it's just a lovely little lifestyle gin lifestyle magazine, which is always good fun. So that's nice. I hope you've noticed my little Lucas the spider sitting there. He's so friendly. I want him to join in. And then at the bottom, because I've opened this the wrong way round, I have to try and pull that out. There we go. What else have we got in here? Ooh, okay. So, you see, this is normally on top, as you well know, but because I've opened it upside down, which I'm going to say is not my fault. It was marked like that. But I'm lucky that nothing fell out or broke. Oh, wow. Oh, a bottle of my dreams. Look at this. T&E, aromatic botanicals and green fruit notes. Non-alcoholic, I don't know what that is. Some kind of delicious, pleasing beverage for the 21st century drinker inspired by Victorian pioneers. Non-alcoholic fruit and botanical beverage. That is really lovely. Look at that. Really nice. So we'll definitely be, although I think that is a, oh no, maybe it is. No, it's a label, so that will probably come off eventually, but it's still pretty. We like that. Nice flavouring to go with one of our gins. And we've got plantain chips. That's our little savoury wild garlic. We love me some wild garlic, so that's lovely. Iron, fibre and potassium, low in sugar, 30% less fat than potato crisps. Yes, please. We'll give those a try perhaps later on tonight. I'm going to chuck that over there like we do, and hopefully our little gin will have cooled down a little bit. It smells like toffee. It's really nice. Oh, it's really herby when you first drink it. And then there's a little bit of sweetness, which I think is going to come out more the more you drink it. Because the initial taste is always quite different to the one that you have maybe a few sips in. But it smells really caramelly. There's an initial hit, right on the front of your tongue, right in the front of your mouth. And it's quite a strong flavour to it, and I would say that is quite kind of herby. It's fresh, but there's a planty, I don't know, it tastes quite green and herby, if that makes sense. And then it sort of mellows, but that initial is quite sharp. I don't know whether there's a citrus in there as well that's adding to that, but that's an initial hit. Then it does seem to mellow out, and it definitely smells a lot sweeter than it tastes. So I'm hoping that after a few sips the sweetness is really going to come out. So let's see what's inside it and see if we can then taste those flavours like we did last time, because I think that worked quite well. And I have my lovely dear guest Laura with me. So we have got things I've never even heard of. I don't know, they're in a different language. I don't know what that says. I'm going to have to try and guess what they are. It looks like there's some chilies in there. Orange, I think there's ginger. There's that star anise, whatever you pronounce it. Lemon. I don't know how to. I'm guessing what these things are really by the picture, because I'm not really sure what the flavours and the botanicals are. It was created, distilled, but seen in a first gin made of Amazonian botanicals. That's maybe why I've not heard of them, because they're not your regular botanicals. Yeah, I shall have to have a look through the magazine, which I don't really like doing on camera because you then sit reading a magazine, which is quite difficult. So I'm going to try and find it quickly. Oh, it shows you where everything's come from. So it's all from South America, which is pretty cool. Yeah, from Brazil, the tonic water from Peru, the crisps from Ecuador, the chocolates from Venezuela, and the gin is from Bolivia. So if you didn't know where Bolivia was, which I didn't, it's right there. Ta-da! So little geography lesson for you. Geography is one of my weakest points ever. I'm terrible at finding where anything is. So, well, here we go. Right, botanicals. Juniper, coriander, cardamom, orange, lemon, anise, cinnamon, ginger, acai, I'm not sure. If I'm pronouncing or butchering any of these, I apologise. Oh my goodness. Copazau, oh my goodness. I'm not going to try, but that's what they are. You can see. I would look up the gin if you're interested. Those, no, I'm going to butcher that completely. I have no idea what they are. There's some bark in there though. That looks interesting. Which explains maybe why it's so kind of earthy and rich to begin with. I love that anise, licoricey, anise, however you pronounce it. That's what I'm tasting. That sweetness, that caramelly sweetness. Orange and lemon, the citrus. There's definitely some in there. Cinnamon and ginger. That must be what's giving it that lovely smell. And the coriander and the cardamom and the bark and things are what's, I think, initially hitting you. But that's a really interesting taste. I'm going to try it again and just see how it's mellowed. That's better. See, when you're going for your maybe third or fourth sip, it just chills out, which is really, really nice. And that tastes lovely. It's so smooth. When I first tasted it, it did taste quite strong. It was quite an initial ginny punch in the face, but that's really mellowed out. And now that my taste buds have got used to it, it's really, really smooth. You can taste that sweetness as well. But again, you've still got that lovely green sort of initial. I'm presuming it's the bark and the other bits, I'm not sure what they are, but that's what I'm getting initially. And the smell's incredible. It smells like caramel. Yeah, there's definitely cardamom. I can taste the cardamom now. So yes, the person that signed up recently to the box, please let me know what you think of this gin, whether you found the flavours similar, whether you got that caramelly smell as well. I love listening to other people talk about the way that they taste things, because taste and anything to do with your senses is completely personal, and it's always interesting to see what other people get from the same drink or the same smell or the same flavour, same colours, all of that kind of thing. It's really, really interesting. So I'd love to hear from you. let me know how you got on, and if anyone else wants to sign up, yeah, let me know when you get your first gin and let me know what you think. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this and then I'm gonna sign off because we're over 15 minutes, so I've been ranting on for a while. I want to wish you all a happy and healthy 2019, and I will be seeing you next month. I've got Friday Night Frills tonight over on Twitter, so if you want to follow me on there, I'll leave the details in the description. Hopefully I'll remember to. So I need to go on and get on with that and just prepare myself for, yeah. So thank you for watching and for everything that you commented on and that you watched last year as well. Really, really appreciate it. And I will see you next month.